Hello there, this is Srivasu Gaurisetti and you are watching my channel. So in the previous video we have discussed about the bubble sort and time complexity in best case, worst case and average case, and very much important points all are covered in that video, and if you have not checked that, do check it out if you needed it. And in this video we will talk about selection sort. So it would be similar to that one. See, all sorting techniques have a similar output, the procedure changes. So here is another technique. So let's know what is there and watch step by step what is happening. Once you watch the video, then you are enough to explain anyone else. Okay, there we go. See, here I have not written a code of algorithm. Why? Because I will explain in coding part, then it would be very much easy for you to understand. Just I have written some 5 steps, and for the time being you just follow this step by step procedure. In coding part I will explain the code that is required. Okay, so according to this selection sort algorithm, first we have to set the minimum element. Here min means the minimum element in the complete array of elements that we are taking to the first location. Location 0 means the ith index or else the first location. Okay, the second step is search the minimum element in the list. Again we will search the minimum element in the list, swap with the value at the location minimum. So we mark it as a minimum and we will swap the values if we find any element which is lesser than the element that is present at the first place, that is the at minimum place. Okay, and increment minimum to point to next element. Okay, here min is some of the variable that we are pointing towards the starting index. So we have to increment it to check any other element could be swapped, and to perform a swap we need to check all the elements in ascending order only. That is, we will check linearly all the elements one by one, and once we are completed the array would be sorted. So once I will explain with example, then you will understand clearly. So here I am taking some elements, anything, okay, randomly, 20, 18, 1, okay, everything is ascending, descending, right? Okay, 20, 18, 32, 43, 1 and 3. So I have taken 6 elements here. Now how the things works are, see, set the minimum to the location 0. Okay, leave that algorithm, just check how I proceed with the things. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now consider this 20 as the minimum element. It is the minimum element in the complete array. Now keep it constant and don't change it anywhere. We will change when swapping is required. Now keep this 20 here. Now check any element or else any element in the array which is having the least value. We will go towards the right. As I have taken the left hand first element, we will move towards the right. So here 1 is the least element in the complete array. So we will swap 1 with 20. So by the end of pass 1, that is by the end of first iteration, 1 will come here, 20 will come here. Okay, remaining everything is similar. (43), 20 and 3. Now again see, at this location the min was present. Now the min would be incremented to this location, because as similar to the previous bubble sort, a largest element is bubbled out to the left hand side, okay, right hand side. Okay, but here the smallest element is found in the very first pass, and the smallest element that is present in the array is completely selected and bought at the first place. So this terminologies would be something adjustment that I am doing, you might wonder, but the meaning resembles the same. Selection means selecting the smallest element present in the array and swapping the things. Okay, bubble sort means the largest element bubbles to the end of the array. So again, when min is here, we consider 1 is the minimum value and 18 that is present here. This should be swapped with the another smallest element that is present in the array. So again we will continue checking which element is smaller. Here 3 is smaller. So here 3 is smaller. So it would be swapped with this. So when we swap it, we get 1, 3, 32, 43, 20 and 18. Okay, by the end of pass 2. By the end of pass 3, now you got the pattern right. The smallest elements would be occurring in ascending order with with respect to all the numbers that are present in the array. So this would be 1, 3. So what would is the 32. Now 32 should be swapped. First of all, it will check least element 18. I can swap it 18. Okay, when 18 is swapped with 32, 43, 20, 32. This is pass 3. Means by the end of each iteration, what is happening, we say it as a pass. So 1, 3, 18, 43 and smallest element swap 20, and here we get the 43, 32. So again we will check this one, 18, 20, 32, 43 when these two elements are passed. So pass 4 and pass 5. Okay, so this is how the procedure really goes on. Again, now check once the algorithm. We have set the minimum value, okay, to location 0, search the minimum element in the list. We have, after setting this as a minimum element, that is we assume 20 as minimum, and we have checked the least element with the value least element that is present in the array. So if that is only the least element that we have selected, place it there itself and move the min. That is, consider the next element as minimum and check another set of elements which are lesser than that. Okay, next, increment min to point to next element, repeat until the list is sorted. So we have repeated the process almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So we have, when we repeat the things, the array gets sorted like this. Okay, so this is the thing that I want to convey. Now the major part, that is time complexity in best case, worst case and average case. So in case of selection sort, what could be the best case? You only imagine. Obviously an array which is sorted, that is some elements are given to you and all the elements are in sorted order. Now you should make any change? No, but what would happen there? So consider an array. I am taking here 5 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everything is in arranged order and nothing to worry about it. But every time a comparison is made, that is, this is okay, but 7 is checked with 6, 8 is checked with 6, 9 is checked with 6 and 10 is checked with 6. That is, 6 is considered to be minimum value, but a normal checkup is done. So we are comparing there itself. So if any kind of swap is required, we will swap the things. Okay, so for this, n square, order of n square. So how? I have discussed in the bubble sort itself. By the end of first pass, we will be comparing n minus 1 comparisons. By the end of second pass, n minus 2, and so on, we will continue to 0. That is, we will, when we add up all these things, we are having a formula n into n minus 1 by 2. So which is equivalent to n square. So anything the time complexity we represent it with O of n square, where O stands for order. Okay, so this is best case. So best case is order of n square. So what is worst case? So obviously, once check it out. In the worst case, if every of the element is in reverse order, that is 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. These are the list of elements that are given to us. Okay, so we should perform swap almost every time. That is, we consider this, but when we check the least element, 6 will be the least element, it would be bot front, and 10 would be going here. Again, when we go for next element 9 would be swapped with 7, and 8 would remain there and there itself. So swappings are similar to the best case type, that is, we are comparing every type of element from starting to ending, and every comparison is made, no comparison is skipped. So in that case, again we will follow the same procedure, n minus 1, n minus 2, so on to 0. So the worst case is also order of n square. So if these both things are like this, then average case, obviously average case would also match the worst case here. That is, consider any random elements, and we compare. Already we have solved the problem before example, right? In that also we made almost every element a comparison with the minimum element, or else which element is minimum, we have checked every time. So for all those checks, and we have to perform again this kind of operation, that is, n minus 1 comparisons are made in the first pass, and so on it will continue. And we have a formula, just remember this formula, n into n minus 1 by 2, so which gives an equivalent of n square. So this is represented in order of n square. So for selection sort, we are having best case of order of n square, best case, worst case, and average case as order of n square. Now again, the last thing that I want to mention, what is disadvantage of using this? So advantage, similar to the bubble sort, you can use on small number of elements, because if you use an array of 4 elements to 5 elements, okay, a bit size more than that, 10 elements or 15 elements, that's all. But that too is heavy, because we have to make that many comparisons, and that many times we have to drag the minimum element from the array to the location that it has to be in the sorting order, right? So that many times you have to make comparisons. So for small set of elements it is good to implement this, but for large set of elements don't implement this, because quick sort is more efficient than this, and we will talk about quick sort. And when we talk about its time efficiency and various kind of worst case, best case, and average case complexities, then you will have a good idea about what I am speaking. Okay, so by the time being, you just be sure that it can be implemented like the procedure we have discussed, and for a minimum set of elements, that's all, not on a very huge set of elements. So that's all for this video, and this video would be also provided with another video that is full of code, and I will explain the things with code. Okay, so thank you and take care.